This financial mistake is jeopardizing your relationship. Romantic relationships are not romantic in every aspect. Sometimes taking rational decisions in advance is going to prevent you from certain mistakes. And a relationship is not going to be less romantic just because you clarified certain areas and certain things are agreed upon, maybe even through a contract. Why is there more than just a romantic aspect in relationships? I'm going to cover that in this video. I'm also covering financial mistakes and how to avoid them. I invite you to stay till the end to find out a little bit personal detail how I managed this part in my relationships. Hi, my name is Meggy, and here's all about financial topics and self-development. Today, covering money and relationships. Mistake number 1. No aligned mindset. The first mistake to avoid is to not having an aligned mindset. Certain decisions are part of every relationship and often can hold it together. To avoid crises or problems, having a similar mindset is helpful for sure. For example, if one is more wasteful, the other one is more aware to how to spend the money, which makes not a huge problem. But if money comes tight, it can lead to conflict, even all the way to retirement plans. If one person is saving money and the other one follows the philosophy of living today, this is going to lead to conflicts. That doesn't mean that you have to be always agreeing with your partner, but first you should talk about your preferences, identifying them, and making maybe rules. Maybe agreeing on a good account model, or having a good definition of important spendings. The getting to know phase in a relationship is a good opportunity to learn about your partner in this financial aspect. Questions can help how the other person spends money, how their financial past looks like, if they have a lot of debt, or how their long-term goals look like. In this time, you're learning your partner better and better. One sneak peek how I handled money in my past relationship with the father of my 3 kids. We are now 3 years divorced, and I earned a bit more than him during the relationship. My goals were a bit more future-wise. He on the other side lived more in a moment. But that didn't change to the end of our relationship. When we first met, we were still in high school, and our mindset grew stronger over time. Unfortunately, not in the same direction. I'm not saying one is better than the other. They're just different and might lead to conflict during the relationship. You have to figure that out for yourself and what you feel more comfortable. Let me tell you later in the video how I'm handling this aspect in my current relationship. Let's move on to a mistake that can be lack of transparency. If you still get to know each other, it is for sure strange to talk about your salary, and you should maybe not ask a certain question on the first date. Nevertheless, the goal should be to learn more about the other during that first time together. Also in this aspect, there should be over time no taboos, and you should exchange enough information to assure transparency. This includes discussions maybe your earning, how you spend your money, your investment perhaps, and your financial goals. This helps to distribute certain expenses, identify different mindsets, and avoid unpleasant situations in everyday life. For example, you might be on vacation, maybe being on a budget. For one person, one of you might prefer a very nice hotel, going to a lot of restaurants, while the other is very much happier with an Airbnb and a picnic on a nice day. This, of course, can create maybe uncomfortable situations. But we're talking about your partner, right? So trying to align on those decisions, it's sure important to talk about that in advance. Next mistake is no common goals. A lack of common goals and not discussing them can lead to conflict. Practically, when both partners have different attitudes towards money, you eventually face the question of how you're going to make sure you're planning financial-wise. Therefore, it might be important to discuss common goals like saving, the motivation behind saving, retirement plans, bigger spendings. Different expectations should be discussed. Working towards common goals can for sure motivate, and financial planning often leads to life plannings too, and to big decisions you might take together. It assures that you both are on the same page The next mistake is that just one person is taking responsibility for the finances of both. Both partners should have at least basic knowledge about the finances. Important financial matters should be known from both, from you and your partner. Even if things are going smoothly now, your relationship should be structured today for the future. For that, it's crucial that you're managing your own finances as well. Even if you might have less knowledge, but the topic is not that complex, and you should know the basics. In my last relationship, I took over the finance aspect, but we're often not aligning on the same goals. So in my current relationship, I'm a little bit more into the finance than my partner is. Even though he earns more, he's more spending than I am. But we're still aligning on bigger goals together. And due to the fact that he's not very into investing, we're both making sure we both have at least the basic knowledge of where the money is going to. So like every aspect, having a solution-focused mindset can definitely help. And in this case, where we're talking about relationships, it's not just you, there are two of you. What else is something you should be aware of together? Another mistake is an incorrect handling of different salaries. Differences in salaries can cause conflict. Most couples do not earn exactly the same, and that can shift over time. But it's important to establish rules for this early on, such as a suitable account model. Couples can choose, for example, to spend 50-50 to the things they have to pay every month, or potentially due to their income, especially if the salary difference is very significant. Other factors like household work should be for sure also be considered to discuss. No suitable account model. That for sure is also due to you both. A very good account model you can consider is where each person has their own account and maybe have a joint account where both partners put savings into, and if they go to vacation, you take money from this joint account. This model can ensure freedom over your personal expenses. No agreement is the next on the list. Not to have agreements on your expenses can cause conflict. Not long ago, I read about a theory that categorized spendings in 3 different sectors, based on the relationship levels, friendship or love. One is large expenses, requiring rational decisions, such as buying a house or having kids. The next one is like eating out, vacations. Those might need arrangements if one person pays more. And there's another section where it's about gifts and giving but not expecting anything for it. Agreeing on those 3 topics is helpful through your whole relationship. Next is to discuss just in case of a separation, or how to deal if it comes to financial crisis, like one person passed away before the other. And that can include a will, and think about different possibilities. Now I know nobody wants to talk about that in advance, but sometimes it can prevent several consequences for the other person, to ensure that each partner's wishes are going to be respected. In conclusion, all those aspects need communication and planning. Developing a common mindset, regularly talking about this topic, can be straightening up your relationship. If you're new to my channel, subscribe for more finance topics. My light just turned off if you saw that, I'm sorry. Guys, but this is happening. But like always, I'm at the end of the video anyway, so like always, stay motivated, be productive, see you next time. Man, this is just life, how it is. And if you maybe notice, there is the plant moving around in the back because I have an extra AC running. It's super hot right now. It's summertime when I'm recording this. But regardless, I'm happy you were here to stay, and that's it for today.